YouTube, what is up with y'all today? This is Neil Goodfella Neil coming through with another pair of kicks. It is the Air Max 90 30th anniversary. Made in 1990, dropped in 1990. Well, dropped in 1990. I don't know if it was specifically made in 1990. But this was actually the first Air Max 90 that I actually copped throughout the first year of first of the year for 2020. I want these since like they dropped since last year. I didn't even know they had two Viotech colorways, but I decided to cop, man. I mean, I like the wild colors. Now this Viotech is basically based after the SB Dunk, if I'm not mistaken. The Dunk Viotech. Now those sold out quick. These were kinda on the fence a little bit. Some people cop, you know, y'all can do the YouTube search. There are videos that exist on YouTube of this, so you know, people did pick up, so I'm not gonna sit up here and act like they didn't. So the Nike Air Max 90 Quick Strike for $140 is the color is University Red and Pale Vanilla. Came in the typical Nike Air Red box. I've worn these a little bit already. That's what I kind of been doing, like with some of my new releases I've been getting, guys. I know sometimes I just, you know, show you guys or whatever and blah blah blah, you know, show it brand new. I feel like the review be a little bit better if I, you know, already wore them a little bit, so I can give you guys a better review, a little bit more of an update. Also too, if it's just not a straight up talk video. But these, for the most part, already been talked about already or reviewed to death anyway. There are quite a bit amount, you know, decent amount of reviews on this sneaker. I like holding the right sneaker anyway. So, first thing first, let me just give you guys a quick overview on this and why you should pick these up, so you won't really like regret them in the future. First thing first, you do have like a nice nubuck along the paneling for the whole upper. You guys basically already see what the color is anyway. Then you also do have a mesh around the green. They also came out with a Viotech 2.0. If I'm getting them kind of confused because they also got another colorway. This is the best Viotech colorway to me. Another guy also matched these with the other Viotechs that came out and called it a what the Air Max 90 in a way or something like that. That would be nice to actually see a real what the Air Max 90, see what that might look like, because you know, having both of those Viotechs mixed up did not look bad. They definitely look great, but at the same time, I still would like to see what Nike would have in the archives for what the Air Max 90, especially with this being the 30th year anniversary. So, like, you know, like the infrared or whatever, they use the most popular colors and maybe have some hints of Volt, and you know, just do it up with some of the better colorways or whatever. Now this is fire, flames, and all that stuff. I don't need the sneaker to be hyped for me to like it. If you've been tuned into my channel long enough, you fellas already know how I get down. I don't do all that fake. You know, if it happen to be hype, great. You know what I mean? But I like it because I like it, and I say my piece. But again, the nubuck or suede on here is definitely nice. I wouldn't say finger swiping suede. This seemed like that suede that, like, once you get to cleaning it, it would probably like get stiff, and you got to find some way to make it, you know, make it back soft again. But you also still got like that, I guess this is that vanilla right here, but in person it just kind of looks like a little bit more like a dingy light yellow in a way. Then you got like that macaroni and cheese kind of like yellow right here. It almost looked yellow, but I'd probably say orange, or orange like yellow in a way. But also too, I've also seen that the actual Viotech is actually this blue right here. I like the fact that they actually kept this the same, like gray lace and a gray tongue, just so everything could kind of balance out. We need some neutral to balance that out. Other than that, any other color I think that would have flew was maybe like black or something like that. That'd have been a little bit more solid, but the gray is definitely not a disappointment either. Gray is fine. Even black laces going through this would definitely be fine. I wouldn't too much change it into no other laces really. Yeah. But looking at these sneakers though, man, I really just feel like they just kind of remind me of the 90s, man. Like it's just like, you know, one of those, you know, those artsy kind of like a art teacher will wear or something more. And looking at the bottom, you definitely, even though it looked like Laker vibes in the camera or whatever, but you know, because it looked like a whole like purple and yellow or purple and orange, maybe like Phoenix Sun from the 90s or something like that, Phoenix Suns. But again, you get that 90s kind of like vibe, kind of like that Martin vibe a little bit. You know, when the colors is a little bit more wild and vibrant. Going to the back, you still have that on the Nike Air as well. As far as these though, man, I feel like it's just gonna slowly dry up, and then people's just gonna like start missing it. Some other people's, you know, the model gonna start going bad that they used to have and all that stuff because they might have wore it too much or whatever like that. So, as far as the long haul, is it worth a double up? Possibly, but it depends on how much you wear this sneaker. And also too, remember the Air Max unit does break down eventually. You know, that whole gas stuff and all that, but it's kind of hard to tell now how these might be, if these will hold up longer or whatever, since Nike is building the sneakers a little bit better. Also too, I didn't too much mention, I know you guys probably seen it, but you got that leather black Nike Air at the top. Kind of remind me of a leather coat a little bit. This is like that chromatic black. Going to the inside, you just have the regular Nike Air, like that orange hue, orange yellow hue that we seen right here is on the inside. But before I head up out of here, guys, because I don't want to keep you too long with this, I am definitely going to start picking up a little bit more on the Air Max 90s, especially that they're a little bit more, since they're, you know, a little bit more affordable, a little bit more available and stuff. Again, I feel like it's worth it because, you know, you don't get this colorway that often, or a wild colorway to come out of the blue, you know, and just shock the game like that, you know, especially with it being like a colorway from, you know, a Dunk or something like that. I feel like the colorway on this actually stands alone. And that's another thing too, I don't see too many hot colors on the Air Max 90, and this is just one of those colorways that definitely actually makes the sneaker worth it, man. I mean, as far as colors too, it's just crazy like how a color blocking can literally, you know, sway your purchasing decision too. In the past, the Air Max 90 colorways hasn't been the strongest. Usually it's just been a bunch of bitten colorways, and you know, the irony of all that this actually is a bitten colorway, again from the SB Dunk Biotech. But like, I remember when Air Max 1 had that crazy run in like 2017 for its 30th anniversary. Some of the GR colorways, they actually put on some of the Air Max 90s at the time, like the I want to call like color like a coral or something like that, or like a burnt, like this burnt orange like colorway, which I believe look a lot more better on the Air Max versus the Air Max 90. But with these, again, these actually stand alone and hold its own. Another colorway that's actually pretty fly with the Air Max 90 is the Air Max 90 Curries. Now, again, we already got the Air Max 1 Curries, but I do believe that the Air Max 90 Curries actually stand up. Now, I'm hoping I got the colorway correct, because if I'm not mistaken, it's Curry, and it got somewhat like of a wheat-like colorway, but it's the hue is slightly more different, so it's not completely wheat, but I know if we Google the pictures or whatever, it's going to look wheat. But I think in person, it's going to have that slight hue difference, just like how the Curry Air Max 1s look. So if they retro those, I'm definitely picking those up. Can't wait for the infrared joints. I hope they drop those as well. Volts, you know, like those are definitely fly, and flames, you know. But this does not have that that new recrafted slope. I just, you know, hopefully, I just hope they would have made the rest of the Air Max 90s, you know, with that perfect recrafted slope and everything, because the shape on that, the recrafted version, is phenomenal. But this one, you got more like that pig snout. You know, it depends on what you like. At this point, I'll probably just be rambling though, guys. I don't want to start repeating myself. But yeah, so tell me what you guys think though, man. Again, this colorway you don't get too often. It's one of those colorways that's actually going to go up in price. And when, you know, and at the height of reselling right now, man, people still doing this stuff. You know, they said the hell with a job and they still doing this stuff. You know, I try not to come out and hate and all that stuff because I'm not that kind of guy or whatever. I'm usually promoting positivity. But, you know, with these, you know, and if reselling still prevalent and crazy hard, when these start getting a little bit older, 3 years, 5 years from now, and reselling still, like, you know, it's kind of wavering a little bit to me, but, you know, like it's kind of declining somewhat. I mean, as far as maybe like releases or the hypes go, but it's they still sell out, of course. And I could be completely wrong because a reseller can be watching this right now like, man, the game is better than ever. But I remember when every Jordan specifically used to sell from 2013 and all that stuff, like people would be there, they would be ready. But yeah, again, you don't want to too much have a regretted purchase. Kind of like the alternate Motorsport 4s, if you're getting them brand new and stuff. You know, it's crazy to see that sneaker going for like 200 plus now when you could have got it for like $100 damn near when they dropped and went on clearance and discounts and sale. This is kind of like how this is. Again, like I actually got mine from GOAT. I forgot to say that, guys. I've been buying a few kicks from GOAT as well. So this is a GOAT purchase. Got these for less than retail, of course. I guess they're trying to say that these was retailing for $140. Okay. Yeah, these was retailing for $140. I thought about the recraft votes. Because the recrafted joints going for like $120. So, I might have got these for a little bit less. Now I'm curious, man. Where's my phone at? I want to find out the price for you guys. I don't want to hold you guys up too much longer, though. Where we at? 12 minutes. Come on, GOAT. And orders. Biotech. Okay, so I got these exactly for $118.81. Yeah, so that's worth it. That's the deal. Ooh, these looking like I'm wearing all black right now, you know, with the Space Jam hoodie joint, definitely my childhood right there. 90s all day. But yeah, these actually look kind of fire with this, you know. Can't go wrong. Oh yeah, as far as fits go with this, again, what I think about these is the 90s again for sure. But as far as fits, all black, just keep it simple. As far as like putting other colors ways and, you know, outside of just like an all black, something simple and easy, you know, you're definitely gonna have to use a little bit more brain power, a little bit more brain work. But, you know, that's probably like another video. I'd rather show you than tell you guys. You know, because you can't come up with some raw fits with this, but it depends on your swag level, depends on who you are and all that stuff. So, you know, and what colors you like. Some people just don't care for crazy colorways like this. Again, I think about like the 90s with this. Yep, that's basically it. These is definitely, as far as like my top 10 list for this year, this is definitely probably like on my top 10 list. Y'all know I like some colorful kicks though, man. These look like some arts and crafts. Your art teacher like will rock these. You know what I mean? That arts and crafts teacher, that cool teacher. Seem like Tinker Hatfield or Bob Ross, or maybe, you know, they got a colorful, laid back personality and they creative as hell. They might rock these. Look like. I'm just assuming. But that's enough of my review today. That's enough of my conversation today. Chime down below. Tell me what you guys think. Did you guys get the Nike Air Max 90 Biotech? These kind of went like the Mars joints. You know, kind of had a little bit of hype, but then kind of fizzled off. Not too many people really wanted them or whatever. Thank God it was an easy cop, but I like it. If y'all gonna sleep, I'm gonna creep and keep. Peace.